Jury trial. People choose a jury trial because they believe they can emote to one of the jurors. They believe they can draw an emotional connection to the individuals in that jury box. Judges themselves are notorious for casting aside their emotions, as they're supposed to do. They are supposed to be able to put that robe on and pretend like they are not a human. I mean, they are, but they're supposed to pretend like they are justice. With this particular case, the jury trial is weird. It's an odd thing because you're taking a divorce and making it a jury trial. Divorce is inherently messy. It's inherently personal. People and family, that dynamic is something very hard to predict. So what you're seeing, I'm thinking, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is kind of like a once in a lifetime thing. You're not going to see something this salacious as far as an inter-family dynamic publicly broadcast between two high profile people in a jury trial setting. But yeah, that's why.
You were in the court. You were there. You got to see this jury. And you were also nice enough to bring out this amazing breakdown. Here it is. Here is the jury, guys. Can you tell us, what was your first thought when you sort of gazed upon them of sort of shock or surprise?
The age. So first of all, to all the viewers, this is just general demographic information for the jury. This isn't identifying a single juror. Please don't try to. Do not try to ID them. Talk to them, confront them, period, end of story. That is jury tampering. You will be prosecuted and you will be jailed, but demographic information is fine. So it's a young jury, late 20s, mid 20s, early 30s, a lot of young individuals on this jury, and that caught me off guard right off the bat.
Yeah, you got 20s, 30s. So I didn't expect there's more than half of an Asian demographic on the thing, which is interesting, and mostly male. Now, again, there's going to be, two of these people are going to get knocked out by the end to ultimately make the call?
In a defamation case, you need 7, and it needs to be unanimous.
I have actual jury questions. So you said it has to be unanimous. Now, do they fight like 12 Angry Men style until they come out unanimous? Or if they can't be unanimous and they've made their votes, well, then he just loses?
I mean, here's the thing. The judge is trying to get a resolution of the case. A hung jury means no resolution. It means that it can be brought again. It's a mistrial. So the judge is encouraging the jurors and charging them with this understanding that they are to do their best, their very best, to reach a unanimous decision. And the judge has the power of time. The judge can basically say, I'm going to hold you for 24, 48, 72 hours. So the first thing the jury does when they go back into the deliberation room is they elect a foreperson. That foreperson is in charge of taking that first vote. And then they start negotiating back and forth, and they do polling along the way, and then talk through the evidence. They can request that evidence be sent back to them, and they can review it along the way. Today was a good day for Amber Heard, at least for some points. Yeah, so this can go either way.
Who's performed the best from a legal standpoint, defense or Johnny's team?
There was nothing more artful or beautiful than to watch Camille Vasquez's cross-examination of Amber Heard. She, at that point in time, and I talked about this with other people, lawyers and clients are drawn to each other because they kind of are extensions of one another. People are talking about this whole, is there a Camille and Johnny Depp connection? There's not. What it is that Camille is the extension of Johnny Depp. And when she stands up at that podium, she is a sword and shield for him. He has been sitting there for the last however many weeks listening to all this crap at a table where he can't talk, and his attorney has to face that with him. And she gets up, and what does she do but start throwing daggers, throwing lightning bolts, and actually speaking on his behalf. That's the chemistry you guys see. That's a damn good lawyer, and that cross was freaking magnificent.
Yeah, she believes him. You're right. It's not just a believe I'm hired as your attorney. You get a vibe that she really is on his side and wants to take this woman down. And I think we can all feel it. So really well said.